one of the things that has happened in the course of writing this book is our daughters become more empathic to the parenting experience.
I would imagine so.
Particularly her moms, particularly that, because where we were on an interview with Megyn Kelly the other day, and she brought up something about feminism and, you know, her commitment to fourth wave feminism. And I said, well, your mom was trying to deal with second wave feminism at the time. And are you more compassionate now to what she had to deal with during her youth, you know, as a young woman? And her response was compassionate, and Susan almost fainted.
So what's happening with them is he is resisting letting her go.
Yeah.
And like. I am not ready to let her go, but I am ready to let her go.
Yeah.
She is so great that
he's worried that it's his brain.
Yes.
He understands what his brain is capable of.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it's in a female, so it's going to be better.
She's far better at coping.
Yeah,
you know, when
sure.
she started having anxiety attacks, like wake up in the middle of the night, heart racing. I think I'm going to die. It's my last day on earth.
There it is.
Have no
That's
idea where it came from. Exactly.
That's it.
I got her into therapy with a cognitive behavioral therapist.
Perfect.
And I could not believe how quickly it helped her, because Georgia was in 5th grade.
Wow.
So she was so young. And, you know, we went to see this doctor and explained to her what was happening. And she, in front of me, said to Georgia, "This is what your mother's doing wrong." And I think Georgia went, "Thank you." Because I'd been trying to help her. I had terrible anxiety as a child with sleep. Mine was related to
You had chaos.
trauma.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't chemical like his.
Yeah.
So I had all these ways of coping that worked for me. And I kept going, you know, count backwards from 100. Imagine a beautiful fairy and make up all the parts of her dresses and her wings and does she have antenna? And then, you know, read a book. And none of these things were working for her. And I kept going, well, you're just not doing it. Well, let me help you do it. Well, let me try this. I was fire hosing her with all these possibilities. And then this doctor was like, none of those things work for her. One of like the 8 works for the way her brain works. And so this is what she needs. And she just picked the ball up and ran with it. And she still has attacks. She had right after we moved in here, which was not shocking. She walked in the back door and said, "I am having a panic attack." I could feel her heart. I sat down with her. I was like, "What do you need?" And she said, "I need you to just hold me." So I just held her, and she shook, and then we breathed. And then it passed.
Good for her.
And I was like, that's...
Mastery of panic is the way to deal with it.
What? Say again?
Mastery of panic is how
That's right.
you deal with it.
That's what
science.
the doctor taught her. She was like, how you speak to yourself every day affects how you can handle yourself when you're having an attack. So she got her into this kind of logical thinking pattern that I don't think Bert does very often or very well. You know, to go, is there really someone in my closet? Probably not. What's the likelihood that whatever I'm panicking about is happening?
I have tried to talk your husband off many roofs. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. All you have to do is...
It works a little bit and then it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Whatever he's got going on is a totally different ballgame. But I don't know, maybe because we got it so early with her.
Yes. I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
And she's female. Female brains are better. They regulate better.
Agreed.
I think she wanted
Yeah.
not to have this happen.
Yeah.
It must be hard as a parent to have coping mechanisms in place and to offer them forth and watch them not work for your child. Like, I can't imagine, I mean, granted, I'm not a parent, so I'm speaking in the hypotheticals, but you know, what do you do when your child is experiencing something that you can't control?
So one of the things that has happened in the course of writing this book is our daughters become more empathic to the parenting experience.
I would imagine so.
Particularly her moms, particularly that, because where we were on an interview with Megyn Kelly the other day, and she brought up something about feminism and, you know, her commitment to fourth wave feminism. And I said, well, your mom was trying to deal with second wave feminism at the time. And are you more compassionate now to what she had to deal with during her youth, you know, as a young woman? And her response was compassionate. And Susan almost fainted, like literally almost
In the
fainted.
other room.
She had to get, she was in another room listening. She stood up, she started hyperventilating.
Oh
and
my
had to lie
gosh.
on the floor.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Wow. I keep saying one day they're going to figure out Mom tried
It's
real
slow.
hard.
It doesn't happen right away.
Yeah, right. I think one day